Well, how is everyone? I want to introduce a couple of new features we've been working on. We're very excited. It's going to be the first set of features we're going to release in the next few months. This particular release is coming in the next few days. I will post an update on Intercom as soon as the release is live. And here's what this feature can do. And I know many of you have requested this feature many times, and it took us a little while to get it implemented after working on Market IQ, but Market IQ is out there. So we're coming back into Practice IQ and make the enhancements that you have requested. So one of the major things is being able to bring up any patient, search a patient name, and create tasks for that. So you will notice when you log in later this week that you will have a little magnifying glass, a search window. You can come here and type any name that you want. Okay, so I'm gonna type myself, and right now I'm in a demo mode. That's why you can't see it. But I'm gonna go ahead and type my name here, and it'll search as you're typing, and I'm gonna bring that person's information up. And you will also notice that this window has changed a little bit, and we'll go through what these window changes mean. And we have made following up with patients much easier. Okay, so that's one change. You can bring up any patient's information at any time. So you can turn. Let's say I'm going to type Smith, comma something else. Let's say Alex. There's nobody by the name of that. So Smith, comma A. There's somebody here with that name, A Smith or something. Okay, and if you want to search by a full name, you use last name, comma first name, or you can come here and just search by an ID number, and it'll give you the ID number. It'll give you everybody that has that ID number. Okay, that's one. The other change that we have made also is that on any of these dashboards, okay, many of them you can create. If you come right here, let's say, for example, treatment acceptance, you can click on any of these items. For example, I'm going to come here and sort by the size of the plan. And I will say, all right, this patient, and this patient, I would like follow-up tasks created, let's say for Sean. And I want these tasks to be due by the 12th of October. I'm going to click on Create Tasks. And when I go to my Tasks window, and of course you get an email every time a task is created if you have turned that feature on, I have these tasks created right here. And what has changed is that when you click on any one of these tasks, you can log a contact. So for example, right now it's just a new task. It's saying the due date is the 10/12, and I can click on log contact and I can put an outcome. Let's say the outcome was I left a message. I can leave the due date wherever it was. I'm going to hit save. What it's telling me right now is there's one contact attempt for this particular task. Let's say 2 days later I come here again and the patient did not schedule, and they said maybe later. Okay, call back in 1 month. So you just come in here and change the due date to, let's say, November 2nd, and you hit save. Now it says contact attempts 2. And on the contact log, you'll see all of the information every time you have gotten in touch with this patient for this particular treatment plan. Now, you can have multiple tasks for a patient as well. For example, if I go onto the main page, this patient does not have the next recall. So I can go ahead and schedule another task to say, okay, call this patient back. And I'm going to assign that to, let's say, a different person who is my hygiene coordinator. I'm going to make this due date of October 31st, and that this patient needs to be called back. And I hit save. And if I go to my tasks list, I will have 2 different tasks for this patient. One is a treatment follow-up, which I've made 2 attempts. And the second one is a patient recall, which I haven't made any attempts at all. You may want to consolidate both your tasks into a single task, or you may want to have two different tasks, depending on how large your practice is and how do you manage treatment versus hygiene calls. Okay. Another cool thing that we have done recently is being able to create tasks from different aspects in their window. So for example, if I go into account history, you will also see this little icon. What this is showing is there's an icon here because it knows that this patient doesn't have another appointment, so it wants to schedule a pre-appointment. Okay, let's look at let's go back into Practice IQ again. So this was for the treatment acceptance. Now let's imagine we were working on hygiene pre-appointments. If I bring up this list, hygiene pre-appointment, I can scroll down right here and say, here are all of my patients that left without scheduling their next appointment. So I can come here and say, show me patients that have the Microsoft insurance. And I will click all of them and say, create a task for my hygiene coordinator that they need to be called back and contacted by 10/26 to schedule their next visit. And same thing right here, once you come back to the tasks page, you're going to have tasks created for that particular type, which is pre-appointment. Okay. And another thing that we have integrated is if you bring up any patient detail, you can create tasks from individual types, recalls or appointments or treatment plans, but you can just create a generic task, which basically has no particular type. You can create a description, call patient back to congratulate on new baby, okay, by the 23rd. And this task will show up and it'll remind you that the patient needs to be called back by a certain day to congratulate them for something. So you can create a generic task. And another cool thing is, if you use the phone IQ and a patient is calling you for something and you want to remind yourself about a certain thing, you can go and create a task right from the phone IQ. So I'm going to create a task right from the phone IQ. I'm going to assign it to, let's say, somebody in the office, and it's going to be patient needs statement for, let's say, 2017 for whatever tax reason they ask. And I'm going to hit add. And now, when I'm back in my task list, it will be there, or I'm going to bring that person up right here. And if I click right here, that patient is going to have task, which is, it's due today because I put the date of 10/9 as a due date, and the patient needs statement. So what we're trying to do is making sure that your phone IQ system will work with Practice IQ, and the same, we're going to integrate market IQ controls also all within one system. So you have everything working all together in one cohesive system, so you don't miss patient needs and patient tasks. They don't get dropped on the floor. People are not putting post-it notes on computer monitors or Excel spreadsheets. So this is all in one place. So this should help making and keeping up with all the patient follow-ups. Okay. Changes that are coming soon are include automating a lot of these patient tasks so that you can set and forget these patient reminders, where we will tell you when the patient needs to be contacted so that we can create automated tasks for you. And that feature is coming out soon, and I'll talk a little bit more in one of the upcoming demos or updates. And if you have any questions, obviously reach out to one of our team members here. We're happy to help. All right, thanks everyone.